Okay.
Hey Eli, this is your second cousin Johnny. I'm your dad's cousin, and I heard that you like a lot of neat animals, which I did as well. So I'm going to show you some of the stuff I have so that you can kind of see it. First off, all the cool animal people have headlamps, so make sure you get one of these so you can look in the dark without having to use your hands. What we have here is a tree frog called a white tree frog. It was discovered by a man named Mr. White. Quill and I named this little guy Tubby because he's sort of a tubby guy. Can you see him there? I'm going to turn the light off because it's kind of blinding for him. But, oh, it's red. There we go. So this is Tubby. He comes from Australia, and he doesn't have an Australian accent because he doesn't talk. But if you look at the little guy, you can see he can stick pretty well, and he moves his little hands around to kind of look at things and crawl up there. And so this guy likes to sit inside trees, so we keep him in here to keep him warm with some water. And he's really fond of just sort of hanging out on a hand and stuff like that. But because he's a frog, his skin needs to stay a little bit wet. And then if he gets too dry, he doesn't feel well and gets kind of sick. So he needs to stay a little bit wet, and you can see he's kind of shiny. And keep it a little bit wet in there, and they like to have plants to hide around. And he eats little bugs and stuff like that. And you can see he's got big, huge eyes, so he can see those bugs. And then he eats them with his little tongue. But he's not going to eat while he's sitting on my hand. But what's really cool about these guys is that they can stick to different things, like glass. Look at that. Well, go ahead. Oh, he kind of likes me, but we'll try to get him to. Let's see if he'll stick to the glass for us. Go ahead there, Tubby. There you go. Look at that. He can crawl right on glass. Look at his big feet there. But he does like to hang out with us. And sometimes we just sit there and you can stick him, look at that, right to your chest, and he'll just hang out on you and crawl around. They're kind of neat pets. And this little guy's name is Tubby. And he's a tree frog from Australia. So Eli, I'll have many more animals, but I'll show them to you a few at a time so that you can kind of see them. And I'll just tell your dad whenever I put a new video up for you. And you can see there he is, sitting right there on the thumb. He's a neat little guy. That's Tubby. He's a white tree frog from Australia. He loves crickets, any sort of bug that can fit in his mouth, and hanging out right here in his fun little tank with all those plants. Say bye, Tubby.
Bye.